what when an expectant mother arrives at a community hospital and she's in distress, what are the specific duties that the hospital has under Ohio and federal law to stabilize or transfer you, and where do you see that duty breaking down?
Yeah, some people are familiar with something called EMTALA, which is sets forth that's the federal law that governs. It basically doesn't allow hospitals to just, if they don't have insurance, to just transfer them out, to some other hospital to quote unquote dump them on another hospital. So it's called EMTALA. It's an anti-dumping statute, but the requirements under the statute are that a qualified medical provider, which is usually the emergency room doctor, or qualified nurse practitioner or physician assistant, would examine the patient to make sure that they're stable, meaning they're not having some kind of crisis or imminent. They're in imminent danger of death or severe injury, and as long as that's not the case, then they can be transferred to another hospital, or So let's just take the case of a mother who comes in that's pregnant and maybe in labor. So labor is not an emergency medical condition, and just because the patient's in labor doesn't mean they can't be transferred. Now, yeah, it can take hours, right? So I mean, so those patients can be transferred. They just have to arrange for. In this case, where we're talking about consolidation of services, you just have to call down to the main campus and make sure that there's doctors there that can take care of the patient, that are aware that the patient's going to be coming and are ready for them when they arrive. So that's different than, say patient's been in labor for hours and then goes to the emergency room and maybe delivery is imminent. There's a presenting part that's, coming through the birth canal, then that's a medical emergency. And then in that situation, they do have to do the best they can to deliver the baby, but then they have to immediately transfer the baby to a hospital where there's a neonatal intensive care unit.